What's going on, guys? My name's Corrupt, and today I'm bringing you guys a TH11 DragBat guide. This guide, we're going to be going in depth on how you guys can use this attack strategy, as well as I'm going to be showing you guys my live planning and attacking. With that being said, let's get straight into the video. So guys, as I said, we are looking at the DragBat attack strategy for Town Hall 11, and this attack strategy, we're really going to go over in depth on how you guys can do this. We're going to first start with the planning here, and we're going to take a look at this base design first. And Heartless here is going to attack from this side. But why is he? Well, first of all, you want to notice where the air sweepers are pointing. One air sweeper is pointing here, while the other one is pointing this way. This is really good information to know because you can actually go in with a DragBat here from its blind spot. Now you may say that the attacker could actually, or the sweeper here, can move those troops this way. However, that's why he's using the Sui hero over here. The main reason is because there is a thin layer of outer buildings and defenses, which means that none of the dragons or loons that get pushed here will actually go that direction. This actually gives him an advantage, since now the air sweeper really won't push him out of the base and will rather just be a nuisance, but it will keep the dragons, he'll be able to keep the dragons into the base and going into the core. And then using the freeze, rage, and also bat spells, he's going to be able to take out a good chunk of this entire compartment just by using those bat spells. He isn't going to be able to get the expo, however, still getting almost an entire compartment is really good, especially if there's only one splash building left and you still have dragons and loons and even the queen still up through the attack. So it's definitely something that you guys should really consider using. So the first thing is setting the funnel. Obviously, setting the funnel is really critical when you guys use this attack. Setting the funnel allows you to then send your dragons in and control your dragons easier. So once you understood that, then you're able to start going into the base a little bit easier with your attack. Now, in this base design here, the defender decided to use an Electro Dragon as its CC. So you'll see exactly how Heartless here is going to be able to destroy that Electro Dragon. It's not really a CC to deal with, since you can just use a rage on some dragons and it will get rid of it for you. It's pretty simple like that. The first initial rage going in will really allow you to get a lot of value from them, plus using the Grand Warden's ability over the dragons and possibly the loons as well will keep the dragons up as they start to move through. Just don't forget to place your bat spells on those splash buildings because they will help in the long haul. Just remember that they are weak to splash. They're even weak to Teslas, especially if they split, which means the Teslas will have more opportunities if they're not being overwhelmed. So it's something to really keep in mind when you guys are actually using the DragBat strategy. But other than that, going through the rest of the base, as long as you still have the heroes up, as long as you still have a dragon or two up, you can really clear any of those splash. And you can see here, he had all the heroes up. So this base really was not that difficult. So let's go ahead and take a look at another example. So guys, we've got the last one in terms of replays, and you'll see here with this one is that notice where the air sweepers are pointing towards. So this kind of makes it a bit more difficult. Unlike the other bases where there was a specific side where you could enter in from, since none of the air sweepers were pointing that way, it seems really awkward in terms of this attack, where if you were forced to attack from like a corner area like here or here. However, notice is that what Archie does is that he's going to enter in from here. The main reason is, again, he's setting the funnel on two sides, which means he's actually going to be able to have this air sweeper become basically irrelevant and try and actually make it where it really won't do too much other than be a general nuisance. The other thing is that he realizes is he notices that the wizard towers are all almost like here, almost in like a C. So there's a bunch of splash here and like a couple splash here. One thing to keep in mind is he doesn't really attack from here, but yet attacks from over here. This would have been a good area, since you can notice that the multi and the wizard tower are close by. This means they can be frozen together. This would have been a good place, and actually a solid place, to start your bats. So in terms of Archie's case, he decides to hit from over on this multi since it's more maxed. It's actually a maxed one for Town Hall 11. So instead of hitting from here, he decides to hit over here to get rid of that multi and let the dragons go through the rest of it. Another thing you'll notice from this one is that he is using a Lava Hound. And the importance of a Lava Hound in terms of this strategy is to tank for the dragons and the loons going in, along with the Stone Slammer. So it's really good to keep in mind when you guys are using this. A Lava Hound is something that you guys could bring, but it's not always necessary. You saw early in the video where the Lava Hound wasn't used, and you could still 3-star. So again, it depends on the base design. It depends on if you want to bring a Hound to tank, if you are going to be charging into air defenses, which are pretty much like, you know, a little bit deeper set into the base. Like this one, it's definitely important as you start to go through. And you'll see that he's basically sending everything in going in this way, using the first initial rage to get everything through the base here. Again, dealing with an Electro Dragon CC is really nothing to deal with, really not too big to deal with. And you'll even see that he split the heroes, which is not something I would typically do, but it's definitely something that you guys can sometimes do, depending on the base. And you'll see here is that the bats come in, and they're going to be able to take out the multi and get through other defenses. The rage will help them just a little bit get through other defenses as they spawn and go through. Those bats that are spawning will have that rage ability as they go through. Now, once those bats have died out, you're going to notice a lot of other things. However, you should have your Grand Warden still alive, giving that life aura, and you should still have a good chunk of the dragons still alive as you go through. Again, everything is base dependent. However, this strategy is just super duper strong, and you guys can use it in multiple different ways, using 2 Electro Dragons, using 1 Electro Dragon, or even bringing a Lava Hound in terms of Archie's case. Again, it's always up to you in terms of what you guys want to do with yours. Now let's go ahead and jump into a live attack. Alright guys, so this is the army I'm bringing. This is the one that I like to use, bringing in the 2 Electro Dragons, the 8 loons, and the 8 dragons. Bringing in those are really solid. And then I have 7 loons in the CC, along with 2 free spells and a Stone Slammer. And then for my spells, I have 2 rage and 7 bat spells. I usually like bringing just bats and rage with me, just because using them and then having the 2 max free spells will really help. So let's go ahead and find a base that we can hit with this strategy. Alright guys, so we've got this base design right here, and this one is looking pretty promising with a Inferno down. I think we will be able to do this, so I believe we're going to be entering in from going down this way. So we're going to start with the Electro Dragons here, trying to get as much value as we can from this, and then obviously definitely using a few dragons to set the funnel here, but you can see that the Electro Dragons are doing a lot of work. Let's start sending in the dragons and the loons, along with the Grand Warden to go with them, and the Stone Slammer. And I'm going to go ahead and continue the funnel over here with them, using the Rage right here, trying to get as much as I can. It looks like the Grand Warden's going to go with that one group, which is not very good here. So that is going to go down. However, I still do have the Grand Warden's ability, which I still don't have to use, but we're going to go ahead and use this portion right here going in. We still have that next free spell right here for whatever comes necessary. We're going to use the Queen's ability. You can see that we are getting a lot of good value from the bats. Queen's going to take that out, and we can basically sweep through. I can swag the Grand Warden's ability right there. But there we go. We got a 3-star here. Yes, it wasn't a super difficult base. And you'll see there that some of those bats actually got taken out by the air bomb. And it's because the loons triggered that, and they do go ahead and go over to those bats, especially if the loon is dead or if the loon is right near it. So it's really something to keep in mind. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, why not leave a like and subscribe for more of my content. If you guys want to go ahead and join the Exit Humanity family, feel free to. The link to it is in the description below for their Discord, and if you want to join my community Discord, that link is in the description as well. Remember to follow me on Twitter as well, so you guys really just, follow me on Twitter, hopefully. With that being said, that's going to do it for the video. I'll see you guys next time. Corrupt, signing out.